Gennadiy Golovkin has just finished his fight against the biggest middleweight boxer from Japan, Ryota Murata, and has showed us once again why he remains to be one of the best middleweight boxers in the history of the world. But now at the age of 40, it seems that Father Time is slowly catching up to Gennadiy, and he's not really the boxer that he once was anymore. We especially got to see this in the early rounds of the fight, where Gennadiy was in a position that we don't normally see him in, and getting quite damaged a lot by Murata. Murata was doing very well in the first 5 rounds, mixing up his punches really well and catching Gennadiy quite a lot of times. Mixing up his punches by throwing both to the body and to the head. And a lot of these were landing flush on Gennadiy early on. But being a veteran of the sport, Gennadiy was able to use his experience to recompose himself and started landing back on Murata in the second half. What Gennadiy would usually do is use his jab to blind Murata and then come in with a very wide hook that would reach behind the gloves of Murata, rendering his high guard pretty much useless, as well as utilize his signature looping punches, which caused further damage on Murata. Here again we see Gennadiy using his very stiff jab, and notice that Murata gets pretty much blinded by it. And once again Gennadiy lands a devastating hook that lands behind the guard of Murata. This punch was so strong that it even knocked Murata's mouth guard right out of his mouth. This was pretty much the turning point of the fight, and Murata was never able to fully recover after this punch. Gennadiy was pretty much setting the pace of the fight and controlling it with the jab in the second half, as well as combining his jabs with left hooks, which would constantly get Murata as he tries to step in on him. At the start of round 9, Murata gets pretty reckless and immediately goes for an overhand, but is instead met with Gennadiy's overhand, and this even stuns him. This reckless aggression from Murata would be his downfall, and as he tries to step in on Gennadiy once again, Gennadiy lands the overhand one more time. Murata's corner throws in the towel and the fight is over. Gennadiy's tactical pressure and experience was just too much for Murata to handle, and just like in true Triple G fashion, he gets another TKO finish added to his resume. But we are definitely starting to see signs of Gennadiy slowing down, which was quite evident in the first half of the fight. He still definitely has all that power, but it seems to me that Gennadiy is starting to move slower. This win pretty much seals the deal for him to face Canelo next, but if I'm being honest, as much as I love Gennadiy, he is now at the twilight of his career, while Canelo is at his prime, and still constantly evolving. Either way, it is still a fight I'd like to see, but my money will be on Canelo if ever that happens. We also got another fight coming tomorrow, so be sure to check out my breakdown of that too, and see you all again soon. Thanks for watching.